We're writing a method called reorder. It's going to take a queue of integers as its parameter. So let's do a public, it's called reorder, and we have a queue type integer inside of here. We're just going to call it queue for now, and it's going to put the integers in sorted, non-decreasing order, assuming that the queue already is sorted in absolute value. It's going to be public. We're going to call it a static void because we're not returning anything, we're just modifying, and then we're going to be inside of here. So if it's already in order like this, and we're able to use a stack as auxiliary storage, my thought process is we can look at all these odd values, and we're going to push them to the stack. Now, the stack is first in, last out. And since this is going to be the last out, we can just push everything from the stack back to our queue, and we'll have it in this order, and then we can just append our original queue to it. Let's do a stack of type integer. We'll just call it s instead of equal to a new stack where we have our integer like this. So we want to push everything to our stack. We're going to have a placeholder for our queue's original size. We'll call it int size, and we'll set it equal to queue.size, because when we modify our queue's size by removing things, it's going to adjust and it's going to mess up our for loop. So we need a variable to hold the original size. A is going to be less than size, and we'll have a plus plus. A is just some arbitrary value. We want to look at every value in here and get the odd ones. We're going to have a statement inside of here. We're going to say if our current queue value, so we'll do queue.peak, if this value is odd, so less than 0, we're going to push it to our stack. So we'll do s.push. We want to then remove it from our queue, so we'll do queue.remove. Otherwise, if it's an even number, we want to look at the rest of it, right? So we're just going to remove it and put it in the back. So we'll do else queue.add and then just queue.remove. This is just going to add the removed front. And that's going to be it for that for loop. Now we have all of our odds in our stack and the rest of this in our queue. What we're going to want to do is add these, and when we add, we have to add it in the back of our queue. Once we do that, since we want the even numbers in the back, we're going to have a loop that puts these to the back. So to do something like that, we need to update our size to see what the current size of our queue is. So size is equal to queue.size, again, just like this. And now that we have this information, we can add all of our odd numbers back. So we're going to do while our s is not empty, that's why the not is out front. We are going to just want to do a queue.add, and then we'll do an s.pop. What we're doing here is we are adding to our queue and we're popping off our stack. We can do a for loop. We're going to do int a is equal to 0. A has to be less than our size again, and then we're going to do a plus plus. Now all we're going to want to do is do a queue.add and a queue.remove, because this is just removing from the front and putting it in the back so we can have our odd numbers in the front. And that's pretty much it. We can close off our method, click submit. Oh, don't use the size variable, use the size variable that we declared, not a size method that doesn't exist. So we passed 1-on-1 tests. That's how you would do this problem. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. And watch the other practice videos. It's in the playlist link below the like button.